This is Benny Chapman, the creature from the Black Lagoon, withoutyourhead.com.
All right, welcome to Without Your Head Horror Radio. And we are joined tonight by Conrad Brooks. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. I'd go over all your movies, but there's just too many to go over.
Well, that means I've been around, kid. I've been around. Yeah, we're coast to coast. Ain't that great? Man, I love it. I love it already.
But probably most people would, they probably think of you with the Ed Wood films. Playing 9 from Outer Space.
Yeah, playing 9, right. Glenda.
Glenda.
Urge, which had a big fight scene with Ed Wood and Sinister Urge.
Had a fight scene in that one?
A big fight scene, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one. Sinister Urge. Yeah, we did that actually, let's see, right after we did Glenda. Parts of it anyway. Then it was completed later on by another company took over.
Mm-hmm.
And they finally finished it up, you know.
Are you surprised that...
Pardon me?
I was just wondering, are you surprised that those movies are like so fondly remembered today?
Well, it's about time. It's some time.
Do you think like VHS tapes and DVD have helped people, you know, like discover them?
Oh yeah. It doesn't. Put it this way, it doesn't hurt. You know, it's like, you know, publicity, good or bad. It's you know, it's all right.
Mm-hmm. You know. Definitely.
Yeah, at least they. I'm for it. It sounds good for me. I mean, at least I can look back and say, wow, is this what I did 50 years ago, 60 years ago, whatever, you know? Can't believe it. I've been around a long time.
Were you friends with Ed Wood before?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Very, very close to Ed Wood. I met Ed back in 1948.
Mm-hmm.
And 48, figured out, man, it was a long time. And, you know, Ed was from Poughkeepsie, New York, you know, and I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. And, you know, we met up in Hollywood, and we were together for a long time. And then, of course, we lost contact with each other because I came back east, and then I finally went back to California back in '52, and of course we run Ed Wood. Well, that was a miracle. I tell you, that was a miracle, really. And you know, met the guy in '48, and we kind of lost contact with each other around '49, and then, like I say, in '52, it's almost 4. We didn't see it for almost 3.5 years, and then when I'm back to Hollywood again, I came back to Maryland. Then my brother Henry and I decided to go back again. You know, we're saying, hey, geez, you know, go. You know, Hollywood was a very special place at that time. You know, you meet a lot of strange people there, but they were nice people. You know, everybody, they all want to be in showbiz. You know, and but anyway, it was a nice place, very nice place. It's I tell you, it's a different game now. It's strange. It's really a strange place. It's too much traffic, too many people there, and so spread out. Unbelievable.
When you went out there, did you want to be an actor, or did you want to make movies?
Oh, no. Just went out and had a couple of bucks and wanted to see the world. Others joined the Navy, right?
Right.
Well, but no, we went by land, and no, we just went and check it out. You know, like I'm going to stay there a couple of weeks. But once we got there, well, we stayed a little bit longer. And then it sort of grows on you. And you get to meet people there, and you're there, you know. And of course, we got to know Ed Wood pretty so we were there for about a month or so. We got to know Ed Wood, you know, and so. And it was, you know, no, we had no intentions, my brother and I, you know. I don't know, we just figured, you know, it's like, you know, the old hearsay was, you know, it's who you know. We didn't know anybody, you know. And, but once we got there, we got to meet some show people, and they took a liking to you, and they, you know, once people get to know you, because a lot of people in those days, they would go to Hollywood, and try to get in pictures, either as actors or writers or hopefully to do something in a movie business, whether carpenters or painters or electricians. You know, they try, and you know, there's rooms for just so many people, and I guess after a while, you know, make it, a lot of people leave. You know, it's kind of a big turnover. And of course, once people get to know you and you become friends, they say, you don't want to go, you'll be back. Well, our friend Tex Driscoll said that to us. He said, you guys, we're talking about, we're going to be leaving Tex. You guys don't want to go. He says, you guys leave, you'll be back. But I stayed 2 years, you know. And then, of course, and I left, and then I came back in 52. And it was just kind of got a little homesick, in other words. And for friends like Ed Wood and Calgary Kid, Tex Driscoll, and a couple other guys that we got to know in showbiz there, you know. It was kind of a fun place. After all, that was a very special place. That's where all the actors were. That's where they made the great movies, you know, Hollywood. When they made them, they had big stars, you know, Edward G. Robinson.
Kind of a magical place.
It's certainly what you're right about that. And
was Glen or Glenda your first film?
Oh no, I worked with the Bowery Boys. I worked with Leo Gorcey, Hunts Hall.
Oh, did you really? Hunts Hall and Leo Gorcey? That's awesome.
Yeah, I did a thing called Clip Wings and Jalopy before I worked with Ed Wood. But I don't know I don't know what made me do it, but I knew the movie producer there, and Brody, Bill Brody. His brother was Steve Brody. He was the president of Monogram Studios. And anyway, I got to do some. I thought, well, I'll take because everybody I knew was in the picture business. I thought, well, I should try it, you know.
Right.
And didn't know if I was going to stay with it, but at least get my try it out and get my mug on the screen, you know. So then, of course, you know, with Ed Wood, that first feature with Ed Wood, which was Glenda, you know. And Ed Wood told me, you know, 4 years prior to that, he was going to put me in pictures. But, you know, I mean, what the hell? Everybody's going to put somebody in pictures, you know.
Right.
But Ed did say he was going to, and he kept his word. He was a very loyal guy. Yeah, he was a very sincere guy. And, you know, he was the right kind of a guy. He was good people, you know. He's the kind of a guy you want to know.
Yeah.
I mean, look for a reliable, true friend. That he was. And,
you know, since all you guys were like friends, was it a fun place to be on the film set?
Film. Repeat that again.
Was it a fun place to be on the set of the films when you were making them? Since everybody was friends.
Well, it was an experience, you know, something new. You know, as a kid, you know, it's something new and exciting. You know, and you get to work on a set. You know, you're doing what they tell you. You know, and you get to see, like, you know, working with Ed Wood and other celebrities like Lugosi, you know.
It must have been wild meeting Lugosi.
He was, yeah, right. He was one of my favorites. And I thought, geez, I never see Bela Lugosi. And when we get ready to do Glen or Glenda, it said, we've got Bela Lugosi. And we thought, oh, come on, you don't have Lugosi, you know. Lugosi was king, man, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And, you know, you don't get Lugosi. But, you know, Hollywood, you know, when years go by and, you know, you get older and, you know, there's no need for, you know, things change, you know. It's a young man's game, you know. And, you know, Bela got into doing Dracula, he was almost 50.
Wow.
You know, and, you know, when he worked for Ed Wood and Glen Glenda, it was about, 52. It's, you know, it's 20 years later, you know.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Tim Burton film?
Well, I was
He's in it.
Oh,
the bartender.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, I was the bartender. I made those fancy drinks. I made those, what do you call it, margaritas.
Oh, that's what I like.
That was Orson Welles' favorite drink, margaritas.
He had good taste.
Did any instances on that movie happen in real life?
Like what? The Ed Wood film?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You mean Johnny Depp?
Yeah. Was it an accurate portrayal?
No. No way, no. It was a nice film. It was a
right.
film. I mean, everybody. I mean, I liked it. I was the bartender. I had one scene with Deb, and I says to him, "Can I get you anything else, kid?" He didn't say a word to me because he was depressed. He was trying to sell his movie scripts. So it was in a bar that evening. You know, just him and I. It was a beautiful little scene. You know. And when I says to him, "Can I get you anything else, kid?" He didn't say a word. He just kind of backed off, put his sunglasses on, had a little change on a bar, and he steps out of the scene. And the very next scene is Bela Lugosi trying out for a casket. And the shocker was there's a guy portrays me, the guy who insults Bela Lugosi when they're doing the film Leno Glenda. He says to Bela, a guy named Hinckley. Very good actor. I tell you right now, this kid should have won the Academy Award for portraying Conrad Brooks.
That's right.
That was terrific. Yeah, Brent. Hinckley.
Yeah, it's Brett. Yep.
And so he's the guy says to Bela. He said, "I saw you in the film with Karloff when he played the side." And Bela said, "Sidekick? Is that dirty limey?" Whatever, you know. And,
oh, that was a classic line.
But he got all upset, Bela Lugosi. But in real life, that really didn't happen. So that's number one. That did not happen. And number two, Lugosi didn't go around using profanity like the movie put on, you know.
Yeah.
I guess, you know, the big kids, the movies, you know, they want to see a little sex. They want to hear some bad language, you know. But, you know, it's I guess they feel they're getting their money's worth.
Do you have any good story from good stories from meeting Bela Lugosi?
Well, yeah, see good stories. Well, let's see how good are they. I know Bela was a very nice man. He was very pleasant. It was very nice to work with. He was only on about half a day on a set, you know. But he was, he was a gentleman, you know. I mean, we spoke to you. He was a professional actor, you know. You know, he was, you know. It's too bad the man was on drugs, you know. But man was on drugs. That's sad, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, because at the end when I saw Bela, I saw him when he was doing that film Black Sleep. I visited my friend Tor Johnson, and I liked Tor. Tor was a really a good friend of mine. You know, he was a Swedish angel, you know, wrestling man.
Yeah.
So, of course, he was also in Plan 9. And I also did the other thing with him called his last picture.
The Beast of Yucca Flats?
Yeah, the Beast of Yucca Flats, 1960 for Tony Cardozo.
We've seen that one. Yep.
Did you read it? I'm in the very beginning. It's the credits are rolling.
I love that movie.
That's me right behind all them fancy titles, you know. I'm right behind.
I'm going to have to watch it again now.
Yeah. And then the plane lands, and I go out to the airfield, and these two agents ride in, and they started taking a pot shot. They start shooting at us.
Oh yeah, yep.
Me and Tor and I by the plane, you know, we're sort of talking to each other, you know, and these guys right up, these agents, you know, secret agents, and they start shooting at me and Tor, you know, and we kind of, you know, break up there. Yeah, so we got in the very beginning there.
I was just going to ask quick, was one of your current films, Jen Gal, was like the inspiration for that character, Tor Johnson?
Yeah, because, you know, I like Tor, you know, I like Tor. Well, I tell you what it really inspired me was I did a film about 12 years ago before I left Hollywood. I'd been called Blood Slaves of Vampire Wolf. It's that movie. And my friend was in it, a guy named Miller, good friend of mine. And he was like, he was big as Tor, you know. And the guy was a good actor, stage actor. and him, we're buddies, you know. And I've always felt, geez, I want to put this guy in a movie. You know, he was primarily a stage actor. I wanted to put this guy in a movie, but what I didn't know. But I did. I appeared in a documentary, and for a guy named Caducci, I think his name was. We did a documentary, and we went down to Quality Studios. And the studio, I mean, it was run down. I mean, ever since it was a small studio on the south part of Los Angeles. I like to say south part of Hollywood, near Melrose and Santa Monica Boulevard. That's it. Anyway, that's where we did Plan 9 and also Glenda. And so anyway, when I went to this little studio, I mean, it's been shut down for years. I mean, nobody used it anymore. In the old days, it was, you know, when there was a lot of movie making, there was kind of, you know, did a lot of exploitation films there, a lot of low budget films. So when I went to this documentary, and you know, it kind of brought back memories, you know, me doing Plan 9 and Ed Wood, and you know, it's like, man, you know, I'm back to the old place again, you know. I got to think, I said, man, I got to do something, you know. And when I went home, and I mean, flash in my mind, you know, I'm going to make a movie there, you know. And that was it. Blood Slaves of Vampire Wolf. And the place was actually empty, you know. And they had a few props there from the old days, you know. And I was able to
they were still around?
Pardon me, the studio? Yeah, studio's still there. There's a few props there, not too much, you know. Backdrops were there, and there was a few props there, you know. And of course, it's been like people they used it as a what do you call it? When people sell things on weekends, what do you call it?
Oh, like a flea market?
Flea market. Yeah, it was a flea market. Who knows what else? It might have been a whorehouse. Who knows? It was because right next to that Quality Studios called, right next door was that hotel there, and that's been there for many years. The old hotel. I mean, you know, people, people had, you know, down and out, you know, low,
right.
You know. Like a little bit like Skid Row, you know, run down, you know. Anyway, the studio kind of went down. It's a shame. It's like a nice little studio, but you know, it was for mostly for independent companies, you know.
Right. And
they come in for a day or two, and I'm trying to think, you know. Yeah. Anyway, I said, well, I'm gonna do a movie, and I told the guy, I said, we're gonna do something, you know. And I did this little picture with him. And it came out very good, a very nice little film. And, like I got in the studio there, well, we brought a few props in, you know, very few, you know. And, but I was able to utilize the catacombs that there, and they had like a little dungeons, and,
that's cool.
Whatever was there, I utilized it. I took advantage of, you know, the hallways, and the doors, the big doors they had there.
Do you have any memorabilia yourself? Do you collect like any memorabilia from any of the movies you've been in?
Well, let's see. You mean? Well, I don't know. I don't really know. I got a few things really. I don't know what I got really. All them years, I did accumulate quite a few things, you know. And I still got a few things in storage, you know. And all these years since I came here to live in West Virginia, I left Hollywood about 10 years ago. I didn't know, you know, where I was going to go, you know. And I love Baltimore. It's a great city, a great place, you know. But it's changed a lot, you know. It's not like the old days. You know, it's you know, Baltimore's a nice little town, and I like it and all that. But there was so. I mean, it was a good town. It was a lot of action. It was like, to me, it was like little Las Vegas. I knew all the showgirls. I knew all the hookers, all the.
You can hook up John here.
I knew all the what we call bookmakers and number writers, all the gangsters. In those days, they would steal from you, take your money. But today, the bastards, they shoot you, they take your money.
That's not playing fair.
No, you're right. They're right. They're not playing fair.
One of our fans. Go on.
Who?
I was just saying, one of our fans here, he wanted to know if you're going to be in the documentary about Vampira.
Am I going to be in the documentary?
Yeah, they're making a documentary about Vampira, and they were wondering if you had any if you were going to be in it at all.
Well, if they pay me.
There you go.
I didn't know about it.
Oh, okay.
You know who's doing it?
One of our guests talked about it. I think Ari Lehman was talking about it. I don't know who's making it.
No, I'm not sure either.
Yeah, everybody's making movies.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Even you guys are going to be making a movie.
Give us a while.
It's all right. Everybody, do it. Why not? What do you got to lose?
Right.
Maybe we can get Conrad Brooks in it.
Well, I'm ready.
Will you star in our movie? You'll star in our movie?
Of course. There you go.
All right, very good.
Guys want an act, I'm always ready. Why not? Once an actor, always an actor. I'm still learning to be an actor. That's what's nice about it. You always want to learn. You always want to, I guess that's why I enjoy being in films, because you meet different people, and you're working on different stories, and I love movies, growing up as a kid, I love Westerns. Ted Maynard, Hoot Gibson, Bob Steele, and I used to enjoy Westerns, especially movie serials, Girls of Nyoka, and Green Orchard, and the Dick Tracy series. Those were great. I used to love going for the movie serials, And I met one of the most exciting men in Hollywood, a guy named Eddie Polo. This guy was a king of the movie serials back in the 20s, in the big silent pictures. Him and I became very good friends. Yeah, poor Eddie Polo, good guy. He was in his 90s when he died. I think 91. This guy made like 40 movie serials for Universal Studios. Broken Coin, Vanishing Dagger. Yeah, I met some very nice people there in Hollywood. But it's all sad. They're all gone. I mean, I feel like you want to, it's just, they should be here today, like Ed Wood, he should be here today. People shouldn't die. They should be alive. It's sad, friends are dying, people dying, People should live, enjoy, and these people enjoyed life, enjoyed doing entertaining, in the public, and putting pictures out, it's very nice, it's nice, very nice.
At least they have something left behind for everybody to remember them by.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
I said at least they have something, like Ed Wood has all his films now, and with DVD and everything, people will go on to know him, Yeah. Yeah,
that's great. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's why I love Ted Turner. He plays all the old films. That's all I watch when I've been home. Ted Turner. I forget everything else. Yeah, I love all those. James Cagney, Humphrey Bogart, Claude Rains. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Invisible Man.
And Soup. And a lot of the early pictures from the 30s are great, Good stuff, really good stuff. Barbara Stanwyck, D. Davis.
One of our fans here, Rick, he want to know if the amazing Criswell ever gave you any predictions.
Criswell?
Yeah.
He gave.
Did he ever? Yeah.
About me?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I would probably have to pay him.
That's pretty much a theme, I guess. You had to pay everybody.
You sound like a fortune
Nobody's
teller.
working for free.
You sound like a fortune teller. Well, he's always making his predictions, Like He must have been a gypsy. Yeah, Griswold. Yeah, good old Chris. Yeah, he was in that. Yeah, I got no Chris, you know. And just recently, Paul Marco died. The guy they called Kelston in the movie. He just died about a couple of months ago.
Oh, that's bad. Did you have a question, John?
Let's see. Moscow Mahler from our message board.
John, what do you want, John?
Oh, this guy from our message board. He has a question.
A message? You mean somebody's already? We're getting people already, audience? Wow.
They're typing in questions from all over.
I want to know.
Oh boy, they already want to. What they want to know?
He wanted to know if Ed Wood was still with us today, what actors do you think he'd work with?
What actors? Well, Conrad Brooks for sure.
You better believe it.
There's got the leading man right there.
There you go. I'm still around. I'm still doing films. So if they want me, I'm always available. That's great. I'm glad people, these people know, hey, you got a good audience, man. They appreciate you. That's good. You guys got to keep doing this. You guys are on top of the world now. Stay there, man. Don't give it up, man. Keep going. Keep plugging away, man.
Speaking of movies, I want to let everybody know that, if they're interested in buying either VHS or DVDs.
Yeah, they can write to me, and I guess we're going to, can we specify the address now, or are you going to do that later?
No, you can do it right now if you want. It's Conrad Brooks, and I'll also put this right on the website, so if you don't catch it here, you can write it down from the website. And it's P.O. Box 264.
264, right.
And it's Inwood, all one word.
Not Ed Wood now.
Right, not Ed Wood, Inwood.
Inwood, right. Not Ed Wood. Okay.
And it's West Virginia.
Right.
WV, and it's 25428.
Yeah, 25428, right.
Right.
I'll repeat that. Conrad Brooks, P.O. Box 264, Inwood, INWOOD, West Virginia, zip code 25428. If they have any problem, they can write to you and get that information. You guys are going to be around for a long time. Yeah,
I hope so.
Hey, that was a good promo.
If they do write to me, it's good to state your phone number on there, because you put your phone number on there when you write to me, and best time to call you, I'll promise to give your kids a call.
Oh, cool.
And chat with you, whatever you want to know about Hollywood, and what I don't know, they can tell me.
Do you have a website, Conrad?
They probably know more about Hollywood than me. And I had to suffer through it.
Well, they can tell you some of their own stories.
That's true.
Yeah, and from you they can get Jan Gal, Beast from the East. Jan Gal,
I do
I've been acting in Hollywood. I did Bowery Boys, and I did with Glenn O'Brenda, Ed Wood, Plan 9, and Beast of Yucca Flats, and those are some of the big ones, biggies, And of course, I worked for Don Jackson. I did Baby Ghost and Roller Gator, and let's see what else I do for Don. Geez, there are quite a few there. I can't think right at the moment. Wasn't quite ready for all this. Is exciting to be on the show, And I guess it's good because it gives me a chance to start reminiscing about the good old days,
Yeah.
And
we always love to hear that.
The days are always good, but when you go back, it's good. It's good for the mind,
Oh, yeah.
So,
well, today's good too, Conrad. As long as the feet hit the ground, it's good.
I'm sorry. Repeat that again. I'm sorry.
Oh, I said when you wake up and your feet hit the ground, it's always a good day.
Oh yeah. That's right. I'm alive. Yep. Right.
Yep, absolutely.
A guy said, "It's alive."
Classic line.
The fingers are moving. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, very good.
Another fan, Bob. He wanted to know what he remembers about working with director Coleman Francis.
Coleman Francis, he's the one that did The Beast of Yucca Flats, right? Yeah. I worked with Coleman. Actually, I didn't know Coleman too well at the time. He started this film, The Beast of Yucca Flats, and he shot it. They shot without a soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that the sound was dubbed in later. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know Coleman really, but Cardoza, who I got to know very well. I've known Tony for many years. You know. So Tony said, I'd like for you to be in the picture, you know. And I said, okay, I'll do it, you know. It's a day's work, you know. But Coleman really, Francis, didn't want me to appear in the picture. He had somebody else in mind. But Tony was the executive producer, you know. So he the one insisted that I be in the movie, you know. And so Tony said, you know, he's putting up some of the money. So that's how I got into the film. But it was weird that 35 years later on, Tony used me in another movie, which was called Misfit Patrol. Oh, more like about 40 years later. I run into Tony, and I haven't seen Tony for a good many years. And he said, where have you been, kid? I said, well, I've been nowhere, and I think I'm still here, you know. And he said, kid, I'll be doing a film, which was called Misfit Patrol, and I'm starring in it. It was a theater release, or a theatrical release, and I was starring with Vernon Wells, the man that worked in Mad Max and Road Warrior. Really a good actor. That guy's terrific, and I got a chance to work with Vernon Wells, and it was a good movie, a very good movie. It's a 2-hour film, and of course that's for sale as well, you know. But it's the way movies should be. It's a more physical comedy instead of jokes, you know. Of course, you know, jokes, you hear a joke and it's gone, you know, it's gone, you know. You can only remember so many jokes, you know. But this is physical stuff, so a lot of good stuff and a lot of action, a lot of, you know, it's good movement, you know. It's keeps you on the edge of your seat all the time. And other good actors in it too, but you know, I'll be here all day if I keep telling you all their names. You know? And Hope Kelly. You have a girl named Hope Kelly, very sweet girl. I understand she lives in Texas, and David Fontes is in, the guy from Mexico. He's a good actor. Well, a bunch of good actors, you know. This is what makes good movies, you know, good actors, and good characters, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Looking back on all the films you did with Ed Wood, which one do you remember the fondest?
Oh, it's always got to be the first one, Glen O'Glenda.
Yeah.
That's because my brother Henry's in it, so am I. That was our first picture with Ed Wood, you know, and so that really is. It's a good movie too, you know. It's just, you know, it's a popular little movie, you know, Glen O'Glenda, and Ed's in it. Besides Ed Wood's in it, and Posty, and Lyle Talbot, and Tim Spurl. A nice man. I like Tim. Tim Spurl's a nice guy. I like him. And it was a small cast, you know. And you know, I was I'm the guy that tried to light the cigarette for Ed Wood, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And with drag, and there's a scene of a gay guy tries to pick up on me, you know. And then I'm also in the kid with the turtleneck sweater, you know. I think Tony Curtis picked up on that later on. He used to go around with a turtleneck sweater, you know.
You got that from Conrad.
Yeah, they were imitating Conrad Brooks, you know. How much time we got, Sam? How much more time we got?
Oh, well, we can wrap it up here if you want.
I wish we'd go on forever, man.
We don't want to keep you up too late. We can always bring it back.
Oh, all right. I'll have another martini.
We'll do a part 2 on Conrad.
Yeah, we'll bring you back, and we'll talk about all your new films.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like I said, we talked about Hollywood, and yeah, I look forward to it. We'll do this very soon again. You'll get back to me. You'll let me know. But if you need me, I'm always here, you know.
Okay. We really appreciate you coming on tonight. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, listen, it was a lot of fun for me and with you gentlemen, you know. It's the first time I ever had 3 guys interview me at the same time. Man, and I must be getting popular.
That's
Hope it. Didn't intimidate you.
Well,
thank 3 guys, one guy won't do.
Well, thanks to you, men, for doing this, you know. that's what keeps us going. It wasn't for people like you guys, Neil and your friends. You know, shit, this would be forgotten. You know, just like Ted Turner, he keeps rolling out these pictures, you know, from the past. You know, Garbo and John Barrymore. You know, that's great. You know, that's to me, it's great. It's wonderful. You know, that's great. Wow, you made my day. And,
we made ours too. Really appreciate you coming on, man.
Well, thank you very much, my friends, and I'll say to your fans, thanks for listening, and like I said, I hope to hear from these. You know, write me a letter. Like I said, you got more information. If you lose it, they can always get it from you again.
Right.
And if you do write, send me your phone number, and I'll be glad to call you. Just give me a certain time. And be, you know, we keep me out of trouble.
Right.
Right.
And
Okay.
mention that. I was just going to say. Yeah, go on. I'll just tell everybody too. I'll mention that you heard them here on Without Your Head. If they write to you.
Sorry.
I was just saying, anybody who writes to you, make sure that they mention that they heard you on here.
Oh yeah. Why they better? I want to check out your audience, you know, because they're good, man. If they're up this hour listening, they got to be good people.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, at least they're not in the bar getting drunk.
Keeping the nose clean.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So I guess that's it. I can say good night to everybody.
Yeah. Good night, Conrad.
I'd rather not. So, Neil, check with me. Give me a call tomorrow night, Neil.
All right, will do.
Hi, this is Herschel Gordon Lewis, and you are listening to WithoutYourHead.com.